As a matter of fact, when somebody provides such provocative hukm, is the one who is responsible to provide a reference. To say, yes, there is in Sahih al-Bukhari or in Tirmidhi or Muslim, there is a sound hadith which says every Muslim in this place will be killed. I'm not, and we are not responsible to provide a reference for his claim. Okay? The question pertaining to living in a non-Muslim country is simply a matter which differs from an individual to another. Some people who have an access to live in their Muslim countries and raise their children in a Muslim way, they should do so. And some people, anyway, they never belong to a Muslim country. They live in as a minority in a non-Muslim country. They are being oppressed. So what is the difference between living in India versus living in Canada? But I belong to Pakistan, and we have a very good Muslim school, very good Muslim community in Islamabad, in Karachi, in Lahore, and Alhamdulillah, Shukrullah, I'm doing very good as far as business. I hear the adhan, I take my kids for tahfidh al-Quran, and my wife is wearing hijab and niqab, and nobody bothers, Alhamdulillah. So this is a better choice. There are some Muslims, unfortunately, who are being oppressed in their Muslim countries, and they're being targeted. They spend, due to injustice, they spend plenty of time in jail, and they manage to flee the oppression. So when somebody says it is haram for you to live in the UK, no problem. Take me anywhere you want me to live in a Muslim country. Is it easy for me right now, me, Muhammad Salah, to take my family and go and live in Medina and find a job where I will be living in a safe haven? If it is, then I should. Wallahi. Then I should. But if it is not easy, if it is not accessible for a person, then Alhamdulillah wa shukrillah, in the place where you were born and raised, you have an access to develop, to grow up, to establish a Muslim community, to surround yourself with good people. Many communities in the West, Alhamdulillah, like, I don't want to mention names, otherwise the Western media will start picking on them. Vast majority of the neighborhood are Muslims. Have a beautiful masjid, they have a school, and whether he's working as an engineer or a doctor or a nurse, he's able to provide for the family, have a decent house, living in a very respectable way, and he's able to give da'wah, participate in street da'wah, participate in missionary da'wah, invite people to the masjid, open house, and or in the prison da'wah, then your presence there is needed. Alhamdulillah wa shukrullah. The moment you think that I have a chance to live in a Muslim country, put my kids in Muslim school, attend the prayer 5 times a day in the masjid whenever I want to, then you should make that move. If you're sitting in an air-conditioned place, enjoying the bukhur and the oud and the lamb in front of you, say, all Muslims are living in the West are kuffar. All Muslims are living in the West are such and such. That means this person has very limited understanding. He doesn't know what is going on. You cannot generalize. And that's why we say there are valid reasons. As far as there are valid reasons which make your stay in such a non-Muslim country permissible and maybe even more beneficial. Now, as far as the choice between UK and Canada, I don't see much of difference except with regards to the weather, especially if you're living in Montreal. 6 months of the year, you're locked up in your home. It's very tough life, and due to prejudice in this French area, I would say there are many other places in Canada, in Toronto, in Vancouver, perhaps. There are places where, alhamdulillah, shukla, Muslim communities, schools, masajid, you can really live among Muslims in a safe place. UK as well. UK for Muslims is a very beautiful place. Our activities in the UK in East London once when I finished the khutbah, and I was walking out of the masjid, and honestly speaking, for a while I thought myself I'm in India or in Pakistan. It's like, everyone around me, Muslims, thousands and thousands of people, the whole train station, everybody is Muslim, subhanallah. So if you're able to live and practice as a Muslim and preserve your kids and your family as Muslims, earn lawful earning, participate in da'wah, serve your deen, protect your family, and you don't have a place in a Muslim country, then you're fine, whether in the UK, Birmingham, Leicester, Cardiff, London, East London, you name it. Alhamdulillah wa shukrillah. Main thing that when you choose a place to live in, make sure it is close to a Muslim community, masjid, so that the kids would have an access to go to the masjid on a regular basis, learn Quran, learn hadith, learn aqidah, to protect their deen, to explain to them since their childhood that the purpose of the life, the purpose for which they were created, and you make sure you feed them, you provide for them from lawful means. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide all of us to what is best.